Good evening, everyone.
How do?
I know we've got two messages already. But yeah, it were due to start till 9 o'clock. But I thought, hey ho, I'll go a bit early. So I don't know whether Ian and Kate are still here, but the ads is running, so don't know whether anybody's watching or whether they're waiting for ads to finish or. So good evening. It says, yeah, it says one watching, and I suppose that's Mr. P.
That's me.
I've
shared it after.
Oh, I've already shared it out anyway. So yeah, we've got two watching now. So hello to the second person.
Hola.
Oh, so I'm putting my phone on just in case. So three watching. So hello to the three that's watching. Yes, Mr. P's got the old lurgy.
I have.
He's commandeered me box of tissues.
Man flu.
No, it's not man flu. It's just a cold.
No, it's man flu. Proper cold. Link. Live.
Yeah.
Link me.
Let me just. I'll put you the link in, Johnny, and once you're on, I'll remove it. So there you go, Johnny. Got Sue. Still jumped up.
Hey.
It's jumped up to 6.
Hey.
So no, he's not there yet. Not there yet. Oh dear.
This is worse than a woman.
I
must be worse than you then, Ian.
You're telling me, Ian. He felt absolute cack this morning. Yeah, he went in shower and everything. He did say he felt a bit better. Then he had the old menthol art into. Hey, is he? Look.
Yo.
Good evening. Where are you Wednesday? I missed you.
Oh. That was my meltdown day. Meltdown day.
Oh. I'll let you off then.
I wasn't good that day and I wasn't in a good mood either. So.
I'll let you off.
When you get mad and tell your mum to pick off, and you know. I got a right rollicking for that. Hello.
Well, not to worry. We all have them days. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
You know how bad Tracy is, and I was just absolutely knackered that day. I wasn't feeling well, and just.
Yeah.
I said F off to Will, basically.
Well, yeah. So, you must have passed it on to Chris because he's up to neck in it.
The cough's just about gone, but it's took about 3 weeks to get rid of mine.
Well, I mean, you know how long ago it is since I were badly, and I've still got my cough.
Yeah.
But I have chest problems anyway. It's like when I get a cold, it just goes straight on my chest, and it takes some shifting.
I guess how much I weigh now.
How much? Go on then.
16.10.
Ooh.
I've dropped below. I thought 17 would be fine, but.
So that's why you had a little bit of a cheat day today, then.
Oh, my fish.
Yeah.
It was lightly battered though.
I was going to say it's not so bad. It's only a bit of batter, if you know what I mean.
Well, that's the only cheat I've done in the time I've been doing it.
Well, same as I say, you've got how much you lost now?
Over 8. No.
But yeah, I mean,
I would nearly 20. What it is the scales I got didn't go up to what I weighed. So I was about 26.
well, you've done fantastic. So in actual fact, then you've lost 10 stone, not 8.
Nearly, yeah.
So I mean, you're allowed, you know.
Now that go up to. They go up to 25. These doctors ones, you know, the proper ones.
Oh yeah.
Bought some proper ones, so I can. The bit that was my belly now is just loose skin. It's not actually shaped like the belly anymore now at all. So.
I can sympathise with you with that, Johnny. I mean, I lost.
My mum's getting worried now, though, and she's saying to me, "You're losing too much, and what are you going to do when you know?" I said, "Well," she says, "You should start eating some of the food." I said, "No way, Mum. No way. Never going back to it. Never."
Yeah, it's just eating healthily.
If I have to supplement more with proper like supplements, you know, for like weight training and stuff, I'll do that. Do you know where you just put a scoop in a drink kind of thing?
Yeah.
But I'm not going back to that food. No way.
No. I'd say just maintain a healthy diet.
I think I've got a bit sugar intolerant as well because I had a piece of Keener's cake about that big. And you know, with icing on and that. Tiny little bit, and I was doubled over in about 5 minutes of eating it.
You know what, like when I had the weight loss surgery, because it shrinks your stomach, you do get sugar intolerant. And when you've had surgery,
tramadol as well. Tramadol, you don't want to eat on tramadol.
With the weight loss surgery, you get what's called a dumping syndrome.
That's what my mum's done. She had gastric band.
Yeah, and it's if you can have like sweet stuff in moderation.
I know.
But like I think when we had this meetup in Birmingham, it were hot, so Chris went and got me a Coke, but I don't think it were a Diet Coke. And then we went to McDonald's and I had another drink. And when we come out of there, I was feeling all clammy and feeling dizzy and
too much sugar on it.
Yeah, and I says to Chris, I think it was like dumping syndrome, because that's how you go.
Yeah.
So
I'm not craving anything now. I have my grilled breakfast on the morning. I drink water during the day. And I just have like meats, salads, or like if I'm having like a chicken, I'll just have like chicken and then load of veg. But I don't have gravy or Yorkshires or potatoes or anything like that with it.
But you see, I mean, it's like Callum. He's been doing a lot of walking, like to and from college, and we've noticed a difference in Callum. He's dropped a lot of weight. He's not been dieting as such.
I wish I could walk. That's the only thing. My legs are still up. I'm not carrying the weight anymore, so my legs aren't as bad, but they're still not good.
But you see, the thing is, I made like pancakes this morning, and normally, well, I did him 2. And he barely ate one, and he says, you know, they taste all right and everything. He says, but I just can't eat more, if you know what I mean. So
well, Tracy got a normal sized fish tonight and a scallop, and she left about quarter at fish and then left a scallop.
Yeah, well, same as I say, and we were trying to explain to Callum, it's because you've been eating less, eating a bit healthy.
Oh, by the way, you cleared that link away, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Oops.
But anyway, same as I say, and we were trying to explain to Callum, it's because your stomach's shrunk and you can't eat as much as what you used to.
Well, even though I've got the floppy skin there, I can actually feel the stomach muscle behind it now, about that much behind it.
So, but you see, when I went for the surgery, and I don't know whether your mum was saying, did she have to go and see like a psychiatrist and everything?
Yeah, she had to be assessed and all. But that transformation group did it.
Yeah, Ian's drones. Yeah, same as I say. they send you to see a psychiatrist. Make sure you make it right decision, and that you're well aware of the drawbacks of when you've lost the weight, if you know what I mean. Hiya, Jeff. How are you?
Basically, if you just stop eating what the government tells you is good for you, you'll lose weight.
But you see, my friend Joy.
You think having cereal's good for you? It isn't.
You see, my friend Joy, she were a big gal, and she's lost a hell of a lot of weight. She more or less goes to gym every single day, sometimes more than once. Hiya, Vanessa. How are you?
Hello.
and she's got, how can I put it? She still sees herself as fat, if you know what I mean.
Well, I like my top half. I like my top half now, and I like my legs. But when I look at my belly, I still think, oh dear.
But you see, that's her thing. She's got a lot of excess fat, like you and like me, and you know.
My mum says when I go, I'm going to ask the doctors, but if the doctors won't do it, my mum's considering paying for me to have it.
But you see, I mean, the psychiatrist, when I was going to see them, I mentioned about the excess fat and everything, and she says basically it's very, very, very hard to get it removed on the NHS.
Yeah, because they just class it as cosmetic surgery, don't they?
Yeah, they class it as cosmetic rather than, you know. But I have had a lot of problems with that as regarding like sauce, if you know what I mean.
Admit, I thought my belly would stay really big like it was, do you know? But obviously my stomach could go in. But I've lost about 7 or 8 inches of it all the way around now. I don't have any lights. I used to call them love handles, you know, sides.
Yeah.
I ain't got any of that now.
But you see, same as I say,
let's call them love brackets.
It is very, very hard to get it done on the NHS. Same as you said, because they class it as cosmetic rather than necessary.
Well, I'm hoping to take all this weight training to the next level with all the proper stuff. Like, it might just turn into muscle eventually anyway at the bottom bit.
But yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what they advised me at hospital, because up until last year I was still going back. I mean, I had my operation in 2015, so it's like 4 years this year. Well, normally you only sort of stay under hospital a maximum of 2 years, but I only got discharged from the hospital last year. And I was telling her about, you know, all this problem with excess fat and everything, that I was getting, like, my groin was sore, underneath my bust was sore, and she says, well, just keep going back to the doctors. So yeah, so she says, if you keep going, you know, if you keep going back to the doctors and saying it's, you know, it's causing you a hell of a lot of problems as regarding like soreness in your groin and under your boobs, she says, then they've got no other alternative but to, you know. Bella's put guess who. So yeah.
I tell you, before I lost this weight, I had a pair of knockers a woman would have been proud of.
But yeah, I mean, that's the advice the hospital gave me. But, you know, same as I said to Chris, you know, they're just going to say, oh, well, do this and we'll give you this cream, or we'll get, you know what I mean? They're not very likely. We've got Amjad in as well.
Amjad. Hello.
Yeah, you know, you're not very likely to get it, you know.
You know, I'm never going to be that person I was before, so anything's an improvement on how I was anyway, isn't it? So.
Well, this is it, but
this time next year, when I've done another year of weight training, should be, you know, pretty big.
You know,
I
basics.
studied Q today because they did a little fair thing at Keena's school. You know, when they have a tombola and everything.
Oh, yeah.
I've stood in queue and I'm chatting away, and I turned to a woman that I know behind me, but I ain't seen her since Keena were in nursery, and she didn't even know who I walked first. So it's me. Yeah, so I was a right chunky though. About here, face wise.
But that's it. I mean, it's like
I need my third beer pee, so I'll be back in a minute.
You should do what I say. You should do what I do and go before. But having said that, I didn't go before.
Yeah, but look, my mum had a bit of a clear out and gave me a bag full of beer. Look.
What beer?
It's all full of beer, look. And I've even got those little avocado.
Oh, Gordon Bennett. We're only on about that on Wednesday night.
I had a drink for months. I could be hammered by the end of this show.
Like baby sham and cherry bee, and I says, "Oh, my mum used to love a snowball," and I says, "That's made with avocado."
I've had two. They're nice, aren't they? I've had two already. I'm just going to... Yeah, look, completely flat. Look. Well, I don't know if you can see it. Well, my stomach's totally flat. Woo. Admire the tapestries and stuff. Look.
Yeah, Ian's put Chris has been caught with a 5K doll. He hit the news. Has it?
Has it? I'll have to discuss that in a minute. I need a pen.
Oh dear me. But yeah. But I mean, obviously, he says I've tagged you, Jeanette. I'll have to have a look. Oh dear. Sorry about this. I've got to go and look at it. For a man who stole a £5,000 sex doll from adult store. Oh dear me, that one's a good one, Ian. Well, you know what, Ian? He stole it so he can bring it as a present for you for Christmas.
Exactly.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll just share it with Bella. If I can find it again now. Oh dear, that was funny.
Yes, and that's an early Christmas present for Ian's entertainment.
Yeah, we couldn't afford to buy anything, Ian, so Chris went out and stole it for you. Oh dear. I'm just sending it you in Messenger, Bella. Oh dear. But yeah, that's funny. Even I thought that was funny.
I love that tummy bar with you, baby.
Hang on a minute. Bella, go on Jeanette's Facebook. I've tagged it. I've just sent it to her in Messenger, Ian. So, in fact, no, I'm going to send it Johnny.
Sending it everybody.
I know.
Tom should be hiding from coppers and you're sharing it around.
Somebody's watching you, Jeanette.
Hey?
Somebody's watching you, Jeanette.
Jeanette.
What?
Look at the screen.
Hang on, it rolls. She broke his arm off. He's currently under repair.
Oh, is in the shop waiting to be repaired.
Yeah. She went, can you do anything? She went, can you do anything for him? I said, I'll try my best.
Bless her.
Shh. He's been at Windy Ledge a week. Shh.
Well, your excuse is you've not been well.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'll use that.
Bella's put,
£5,000 for sex doll. I didn't know.
Bella's put £5,000 for a sex doll. What the ruddy hell does it do? Don't answer that.
He has gone, well, Bella, there's a drink tray.
I'm going to have Bella. I can't have her feeling left out.
Be cheaper to get a wife, wouldn't it?
Well, I was just about to say, well, there's some lonely men out there, you know, that are single. But yeah, it is a hell of a lot of money. I agree, Bella. And I agree with Johnny when he says it might be cheaper to get a wife. You know what I mean?
For £5,000, it can blow itself up.
I'm lost. It's gone over my head.
Don't do it here then, Bella.
I think it was Ian's comment about using it as a drip tray.
Bella, did you get them full pictures put on from your phone to your laptop yet?
Hey, Jeanette, have you seen what I've been doing with those elves?
You've what?
Them elves.
Oh, yeah. Keena weren't impressed, was she?
Oh, no.
She got a face like thunder.
She's got like a Barbie doll, and it's a pregnant Barbie doll, a little baby pop. You can take a little baby out of her belly. Well, I sat her on the sofa earlier with elves sat around her, and and I put "Who's the daddy?"
I can remember seeing that.
That one with sherbet was good, wasn't it?
But
steps in. I put little steps in sherbet and everything, and they're there covered in sherbet.
She's a bit too young to understand, you know, the joke behind it.
No, all I said is they've just been watching telly because you left the telly on.
Oh.
I've got to think of another idea for tonight. I wish I'd started a bit further towards Christmas. Well, our Auntie Katie put them upside down in washing machine with the legs like that. So I don't know yet.
I'm sure you'll think of something.
I told them they were really naughty and I separated them and put them on different parts of the tree. What I might do is have them where they were, but with the legs sticking out or something. Because I've told her they really like sweeties, so she's got to keep her sweeties away from them. But I put a little bit of sherbet on each of the noses, like they'd been sniffing.
How's Chris tonight? How are you?
It's just a cough, I guess.
Yeah, it's just like, I mean, when he says it's man flu, he's over exaggerating, Bella.
Listen. Men have more sweat glands than women, so when we have a cold, it is worse.
Yeah, right. Funny, mind you,
it's scientifically proven.
Funny you should say that, because it was making a fuss around Tucker earlier on. He was sat with door open, and Tucker was licking his forehead because he was sweating.
That's because we burn up higher temperature because we have more sweat.
Yeah, and I says, because he says, did you see that? He says he's just been licking my forehead. I says, when you sweat, it's like
you'll have waves of shivering and then you have waves where you're just sweating your ass off.
So yeah, that's why, like, dogs lick people's feet and everything, because of the salt that comes out your skin.
That's how dogs cool themselves, don't they? Because they don't have sweat glands like we have.
So yeah, I mean, and you know, and I said to Chris,
and they lick the pads of the feet to keep cool.
You know, it's because he's sweating. He's you know, that's why he's licking your forehead, because animals don't have the same as you say, these sweat glands. Plus,
I'll be good. It's a respect thing. It's your show. Don't just come in here, go link me and get old Bob Marley.
Bella says, Lord help us if all all men had to give birth. Yeah, and I've often said that.
Yeah, we've heard this watermelon through a bloody keyhole door. I don't,
Yes, but it's true.
Yes, but
mean, when you think about it,
when you're going woohoo.
When you think about it, first of all, we have to put up with periods and all that's entailed with that. Then you've got.
Look, I've a word with God. We didn't give you those bits and then bobs that do that. What happened?
It says that I'm not God. He says I didn't give you them bits and bobs for you to do that. Yeah, I mean, it's like. I mean, I've had gallstones, put it this way, I've had gallstones, and I thought that that was the worst pain I'd ever had.
Jeanette sharing them videos again.
But you know what I mean? But it's like it comes a very close second behind childbirth. But the thing is,
don't be giving it sweet and innocent. I've seen you in that bloody Santa's outfit.
Hey, I've seen her out of that Santa outfit.
I made that Santa outfit all by myself. That is homemade, that is.
Oh, look at all these beards. Which one shall I have?
That's right, you'll get to see Pixie in his Pixie outfit.
I've got Corona, San Miguel.
So yeah. So your mum's get her all these cast off these that she don't want. Do you knows my secret to something?
That's got like a little cap. What you peel the lid off? I've never seen that. Have you seen that one, Pixie?
What's that?
Turborg or something.
Tuborg.
What's that?
It's like peel it off.
Okay, look.
Where?
No, I've not seen that one, mate.
It's what percentage is it?
Yeah, right, Chris. You try pushing a melon through a hole the size of a Satsuma. See if you could do it.
No, you know what I mean.
Toilet, Bella.
Women blame us for how they would create how they are. They want our bloody fault. It's 4% anyway, whatever it is.
Or
Yeah. They're them advocate things.
Chris, you dirty little man, does Mrs. Pino.
Piss water
Ian said, no wonder Johnny Five Loaves in weighty drinks piss water drink. These mum's cast-offs.
Ian, I got all of these for free. And there's a big bottle of Bailey's downstairs.
Oh, I don't like Bailey's.
Big bottle of Bailey's. Like that.
So,
I think I'll try this.
Yeah, I mean, you can't say no to a freebie.
She went, it's 2 months out days. As long as it's in the same year, it'll do for me.
It still has the same effect.
Well, I've had 2 of them and I've felt it, and that's them Corona ones. They're 4.5. Corona extra.
I saw a Terry's chocolate orange brownies recipe. I'm going to use the recipe of brownies, the actual brownies served.
Well done.
Yeah, I think I can actually
what is
probably.
It's orange. It's a little orange.
Vanessa says, "What is a Satsuma? It's a tiny little orange."
I just said that.
I might actually be able to find you
weird
Terry chocolate orange cupcake recipe, Amjad. So
it'll cost you 20 quid, Amjad.
But I will have a look. It'll probably be later on when I.
I'll just do it really quickly, right? Put some of that in it, Amjad. That'll chill them out. My Auntie Sue, my uncle Rob had bad MS,
Yeah.
She used to make buns and stuff and sprinkle it in all buns and brownies and stuff. I go in, she goes, "Do you want a biscuit with your coffee?" I go, "Damn right, can I have a special one?"
But Bella says Bailey's makes me feel sick, so does I.
I'm all right with about two
Bailey's, it's like whiskey Baileys, plus to me, I mean, I've tried it. It's
cream
too
and whiskey,
sweet
isn't
for
it?
me.
It's cream and whiskey, basically.
Chris lies, no 20 quid for cakes. Brownies, cupcakes, yum. Jeanette's brownies, cupcakes, divine. But and Baz has put Satsuma. Hiya, Baz, by the way. I can't remember whether they said hello before.
Hey, Chris,
that's about the size of a golf ball.
Chris, that tastes like Kronenberg, that.
What's that?
This turbo, it tastes like Kronenberg.
Does it?
Yeah.
I don't know none of that then.
It's from Copenhagen, Denmark.
Copenhagen.
I'd rather make them at home. Nice try, lad. It means for the recipe, Chad. I think that's what he's making.
Yes, £20 for the recipe.
Yeah. But yeah.
What you do is you give them all free brownies, right? With weed in them, right? Get them all spun. And then you sell them brownies afterwards at top price, and they'll still buy them because they got munchies.
Hiya, WrestleMania. What kind of beer is it? Do you mean what Johnny's drinking? Lager, I think.
Tuborg, it's from Denmark, but I've never heard of it before. But it does taste like that Grolsch beer.
I do like got rid of the man flu. He never had the man flu, Baz. It's just a cold.
Man flu.
No,
do I have to prove it scientifically? I do like how he's done WrestleMania but with an R and some S's. This beer's hit me tonight. Woo. I had a drink for about 5 months.
I hope Baz watch it. Ian sending messages to Bella. I'll off Russell Bottom.
The way you were going on about it. Well, you know what it's like.
For somebody who's had his head in a bowl and a towel over his head, you're not sounding too bad now.
He didn't know I took that and all. Yeah, Vanessa says, "Sure, prove it, please. I enjoy watching folks prove things." She's a maths teacher, by the way.
Oh, bugger. Me plus maths teacher means me running out the door.
So there you go.
We don't need to learn maths now. We've got smartphones. I was good at English, electronics, all that sort of thing. Woodwork and all that, but maths.
No, that was my downfall as well.
Passed with a D, but
I mean,
I didn't even get entered, so I went back to sixth form. I actually passed.
Chris, when he's a bit dyslexic, and he has problems with spelling, he'll always say, "Sweetheart, why do you spell this? How do you spell that?" And I can, you ask me to spell anything, I'm fine. But
Vanessa's giving out gold stickers. I want one. Is that your logo? A gold sticker with maths on it.
Says, "Will you make the Gold Star Award on your proof?"
I tried that thing, McKean. It lasted about 5 minutes. We give them a gold
only
star.
thing I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you. Baz don't have milk, by the way.
He does.
No, we don't. When they came over to ours, Chris were making coffee. And we didn't realise till afterwards that Baz didn't drink coffee with milk in it. He drinks it black.
Oh, I couldn't drink.
You know, you didn't say out while you're here.
I couldn't drink black coffee, could you? Yeah.
So
I like lattes.
Yeah.
I get them double Ando ones from Costa.
Baz has just put I don't take milk in, but it's like if I can't drink tea or coffee black.
I've got to have a bit of milk.
I'm laughing. It's okay, Sophie making them, so we might be poisoned by it. Yeah. So if you were to where we're going to see Bella and Baz, and then we're going from there because Ian only lives about 10 minutes away from where Bella and Baz lives.
Oh, when are you doing that?
Tomorrow.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah.
Take some. I know you might not want a video and stuff, but take a few pictures in that.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's nowhere. Do you want to show everybody? He bought a second-hand camera and he bought a lens for it, but he needed this adapter, and the adapter came yesterday, so he's got a big lens on his camera now.
Got a big one.
So, but I'm like you, Johnny. I could not stand maths at school, and when we used to go in maths lessons, I just used to sit there dawdling because it went over my head. I'll
be honest,
I'm not a maths person.
My maths teacher, he was a total arsehole. I used to just act up in his lesson till he kicked me out, so I didn't have to do it at all.
Yeah, Ian says, I have visitors tomorrow. The price on my house dropped.
Mr. Marshall, he would call him. He was a total arsehole.
So,
he popped up as a pedo. It was this horrible, creepy.
Coffee beans planes after they are roasted while waiting. Oh no! Some as I say, it's very rarely I drink tea, but if we go to somebody's house and they don't drink coffee and I have to have tea, I've got to have milk in it, and I've got to have milk in coffee.
I don't have sugar now. I have sweet
I've been on sweeteners for about 7-8 years now, and I've never looked back.
I've basically gone 0 carbs, 0 sugar.
Don't put it that close. Yeah, that's his.
Oh, Chris, that's a big black one.
And it's got a flash.
I bet it has. Yeah, that's a nice one. My mum used to do all photography and stuff. She had some nice cameras.
That's a FD 70 by 210 millimeter zoom lens.
Whatever that is.
Wow, you get to clock the neighbour through your neck curtains with that, won't you?
Funny you should say that.
I'll be right back.
We've got patio doors right back, and Chris was sort of like messing about with it earlier on, and he went, I better not stand here too long. They about think I'm perving in the bedroom windows.
I've got some, but why the bloody hell have I put them?
Oh, that's a big boy.
Well, that stand I showed you, you know, that chrome stand, vintage one. When I got these as well.
Bella, I'm glad you said you'll bring Sweetex, because until my shopping comes Sunday, I've only got the ones I'm using. So, it says, oh God, David Bailey's turned up. But yeah, it's like the extension, the extender thing came yesterday, and it was like every 5 minutes, every time I turn round, I could hear it click, flash, click, flash. You know what I mean? And it was like every 5 minutes. It says, well, I've got to get used to it.
I'm gonna have this and I'm gonna suck it on. Sorry, look. No, there's an air vent in the bathroom. No. An air vent in the bathroom that needs to know more. She's in my bloody bed.
I'll sort you out in a minute. You sit on there a minute. Tracy needs to come in here for a fag. She just wants to sit down.
Okay.
See
You
you
sit
later.
in the master's chair, Tracy.
She's
Sit in the master's chair.
Master's chair.
Your master's chair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, you're gonna drink it now while it's spinning right fine.
Oh, what is this? Oh.
Just giving her painkillers, Paulo.
I know, I just think not to be on camera.
Where you are now, huh? You don't, you
Oh
look-
dear.
She's in pain, Paulo. She went to that. She got wedged in that tombola bloody play.
At school. Is it here?
It's not fun when you in a lot of pain.
I took her to doctors on Monday and I went mental with doctors. Said, come on, look at state of my wife.
That's
She
it.
came like fuck, why you lot fanny about? So I told you last year, told you at the beginning of the year, to her back. You were testing the frigging legs.
I'm curious what. I am hoping the chocolate orange brownie batter I'm using should make 16 cupcakes.
Hey, views.
Yeah, it should do.
Only 5.
What is
You. you put the views up. You better look.
Hey, I've got some news as well. No, I'm not.
She's pregnant.
You must be joking. I had a phone call from my pharmacist yesterday.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it was yesterday. Doing a review on my medication.
In my room.
And then she were on about, because I have a lot of problems, because since me blood pressure all went haywire, it went through my boots. They took I were on indapamide and amlodipine, which are all for blood pressure, and ramipril at 10 micrograms. Anyway, they took these two. The indapamide is a water tablet, because I have a lot of trouble with my feet swelling up.
Yeah, my mum has that problem.
You see what that dodgy geezer's put?
I should be like
spotted
to break this now.
Chris has been spotted on Crime Watch with a sex doll. So anyway, we got talking about this my feet swelling up and everything. So I've got to wear some of these dodgy compression socks till after Christmas, and then if they don't work, they're going to mess about.
How low down I am. Oh, you should have seen me at parents' evening trying to get on them little primary school chairs.
Get laptop insured before Chris gets hold of it.
Safely in that cupboard. Nobody touches my laptop.
All right, Bella's just had a new laptop. She's been that used to like doing the videos and everything on her iPad and everything. So and basically she's got a lot of pictures on her phone that she wants to download onto a laptop, but she's not quite sure how to do it.
You are good
So
looking.
we're going over there tomorrow.
Not married dogs. I said I'll only get married once and you were it, so sit up. Flash up. Get them knocks. Woo!
Give up.
I know you're in pain, but for somebody in pain, you're still a sexy lady.
Yes, but you don't need to be jumping about.
Oh, anytime, love.
Chris is always like that with me. It's all right.
She's had a final checkup from her back operation. Hey.
So and I keep saying, Augie, or
promise not to jump off top at wardrobe.
Oh, love.
So anyway, I've got to wear these, these sexy compression socks till after Christmas.
Sexy compression socks.
Yeah. I hope they do them in a sexy colour. They're black, I think, because Chris has had them. You know when he had that, so he liked it. Hey?
For pleasure.
So anyway, I've got to wear them till after Christmas, and
Hey, Eagle. I'm a bit sozzled, love. They're strong. Them ones I've never had. And I've had two.
Because I've had some tablets.
And I've had two of those.
Hey, we've got Keith in as well. Sorry about that.
Is that early? I've got it now.
What though?
So anyway, if these compression socks don't work, what they're going to do is they're going to give me the water tablets back, but take the Ramipril off me.
Yeah, I'm on gabapentin, tramadol, and then that Voltarol stuff.
Well, I'm on. I have that cream. What you have, that I'll just sell, and I'm on cocodamol, gabapentin, and tramadol.
No, I'm
So,
Johnny.
yeah, I've just realised I had a tramadol and a gabapentin earlier. No wonder I'm chilled.
you shouldn't really be drinking with them.
I just when you said it, then I just frigging realised. Oh shit!
Anyway,
I'll sleep tonight. What? It's just waking me up. No problem.
I've just heard Bella and Ian and Bella have visitors this weekend.
Yeah, beauty. That's what I take. But I've just realised I've had 3 beers and I took some of them earlier.
Well, that's it. You'll be
I'm relaxing into Friday.
You'll be away with fairies in a bit.
And it, Jeanette, no wonder I'm feeling like a relaxed Friday. It'll be
Chris on with his Sextel Viagra.
It'll be oh my god Saturday when I wake up. What time's that party tomorrow?
1 o'clock.
Oh, good. I can have a lie-in. I'm gonna stick my earplugs in.
I haven't got it up yet either.
Yeah, the Pickerings are invading the Burtons and the Kanks.
28 seconds, Smith. One of them right big ones that we saw over there. Oh, there's a couple of Spider-Man things I've seen.
So yes, Keith,
buy the gloves where you go like that and it sprays stuff out.
No, mate. he takes a mate to the set of jump leads. I've made 2 lemon drizzles as well, so
it's a good little cook.
Yeah, she's my cake tease lady.
Yeah.
She's gonna bring some with us when she visits.
I didn't know you were that so close, really. She's not that far.
Yeah, we only in Sheffield.
I've told didn't Anna Jeanette? Anna Jeanette said you're welcome to come over when she's up to it. Anna said it to you.
Yeah.
I go to Doncaster a lot to my cousin.
Oh, you did?
Well, I did. But that's not right far from you, is it really? Doncaster?
No, not really. I think you're actually closer than we are to Doncaster.
Where are you again?
Yeah, my stepbrother lives in Leeds, in Beeston.
Beeston's not far.
Beeston's 5 minutes from us, just down up next junction.
Yeah, well, my stepbrother lives in Beeston.
We're closer
he
to
actually moved there for his job. I think he's retired now, though, because he used to work for BT.
Go over that way, Winley.
So, yes, Keith, I've made them both lemon drizzle.
Because it says LS.
Yeah, LS26, yeah.
So it's still classed as Leeds, even though we're not.
Beeston's LS11.
But Chris always says, and because I says to Johnny, I says, well, Leeds is only about 40 minutes away from us. And Chris says, well, way I drive, probably 30 to 35 minutes.
I once did Donny in 27 minutes.
But yeah, I'm making, shall I tell you, I'm making chocolate orange mince pies next week.
Ooh, bloody Nora, they sound nice.
When are you coming to visit? Bring one here.
And basically, it's like your normal pastry, but you add obviously cocoa and chocolate essence, orange essence to the pastry.
Did you bring a bowl of a half-made something?
Hi, Gail. So yeah, so I'm same as I've said. I will be making.
I'm sat on this buffet without breaking it.
I will be making like traditional mince pies, but I'm sort of person that likes just to do something a bit out of the ordinary.
Here's Oscar's.
Yeah,
Okay, then, Ian.
See you later, Ian, mate.
So yeah, I I like to do things
The last one, really.
you know,
Light
your average joke can make.
But
I thought, well, these is
Yeah.
still simple, but they're a different take on
Keep
the
rocking,
mince
man.
pie.
it sort of like takes it off. Yeah,
Her leg's spasming now, just sitting here.
Oh dear.
I this chair.
Well, it's a car seat.
If you don't touch floor, if you don't touch floor, I'm on my tiptoes, so my legs shake a little
Well, I
bit.
stupidly bought a car seat out of a bloody Range Rover and realised that the shape of a Range Rover inside, one side's bloody longer than the other. So I've had to put it quite high up to get this level right.
Well, hey, we've got Easy in as well.
Oh, no, easy.
Yo. Tracy's here as well, is it not? Yeah.
Okie dokie then, Baz. Let me in.
Oh,
Have I got to send Easy link
you
now?
send it to me on Facebook. I can send it to him. If you want to do it that way, and then you don't have to put it on your thing.
Well, I don't really. You see, you see, when I invite Ian, I've got his email. You see, I'll put it in chat, and then I'll wait for him to come on, and then I'll remove it.
Yeah, look, I got some like these are like army issue binoculars, huh?
Oh, binoculars. We know what Ian. Look at me. We
I
know
put
what
blind
Johnny's
at once
up
and
to.
looked down the road with one, and I felt like somebody were watching me, so I hadn't used them since.
Hey, we've got him in. Is he here? Hello.
Yo.
I hate that view. I feel all squashed.
Says I feel all squashed.
You mate, look at the size of me. I don't fit in it.
He's got a big head.
Hey, mate.
You're a rose between two thorns, or I'm a rose between two thorns.
I'm going to you Dizzy. Oh, because he's fucking hell. I'm on a call with Dizzy. Listen, what we've been doing is just going around to other channels that we don't normally go on. Me and Dizzy, and we've been going on their panels.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I thought I'd come and see Jeanette.
Yeah.
You know, I'm
It's all
having a
right.
couple of
He's
beers.
going this as a pute.
What?
His mother's giving him some beers.
And I've just realised I've had some tramadol as well, so these are going down very well.
I know he told me earlier about it. We've got 80 Corona. Was it 80 Coronas?
Yeah, there's loads of them. Then I got a bag of. This is a bag of the loose ones that I brought upstairs. I've been having avocado and all.
So if he starts going,
They're only 2 months out of it.
well, no,
Listen,
why?
I'm not sure if Mr. U Dizzy wants to come up. Is that okay?
Yeah, do you want me to put link in
It's
again?
there.
I've removed it.
Yeah.
I'll
Well,
put
you
link
haven't
in.
got to have him up if you don't want him up. You know.
Yeah, I don't mind. The more the merrier.
We thought we'd come and
Saints,
grace your presence.
Yes. Tell him,
Johnny, you're doing amazing with your weight loss, mate.
Yeah, he is, isn't he?
I've ordered the weight training supplements, man. I don't want to go any lower now.
Yeah, do you know you're like fucking 2.5 stone? Am I allowed to swear?
No.
You might have an issue. I'll try not to.
Did you manage to do it? We in Snobbies, our in Snobbies went. Hey,
No,
we've got you
I
busy
left.
in."
I left. I couldn't do it.
No,
I was sat there and I was like, I can't talk unless I'm free to talk. So I'm probably gonna struggle a little bit here, to be honest. But I thought I'd pop on and see you.
Well, I don't mind odd slip up.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just got a potty mouth.
I don't know what it is. It's just, you know.
Holy crap, look at Johnny's muscles. As big as Hazy's head. As big as Hazy's head.
He's on naughty step as well.
yeah.
Who's on notice?
On a buffet without breaking it.
Oh, did I see Tracy sat next to you?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, Tracy. How are you feeling, love?
She's
Gail says, swearing Welsh.
I'm in a little bit of pain at the moment. I just took some tablets. I'm waiting for him to do the trick.
Hooked on the tab.
Hazy.
She's that bad to put on my
Gail says, swearing Welsh. Because Random Life Productions is actually Welsh.
We're in Welsh.
So she says swear in Welsh.
If she said where in Welsh, she's not Welsh unless she said where in Wales.
No, she said Welsh.
Also with magic.
Swear
she's not
in
Welsh.
Welsh.
Helps and all.
Well, she's not Welsh then.
Because she totally would have known.
She actually
lives in
lives in
Wales.
London now, but she's here. Llangollen, boyo.
Hazy, she just asked you something then.
That's where she's
no,
from.
she said swear in Welsh, Hazy. She said swear in Welsh, not where in Welsh. That's why I knew if she was saying where in Welsh am I, like saying Welsh, because she'd be saying where in Wales. She said swear in Welsh.
Oh,
I can't swear in any language other than English.
What do you reckon?
know?
You don't sit back here.
But having said that, there's not many people.
With it. Great.
Yeah, there's not many people that actually speak the Welsh language, if you know what I mean, even though you live in Wales.
No, yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah. It's
Okay,
terrible,
then,
to be honest.
Amjad. See you
Let me
later.
get some chat.
See you later, Amjad, mate. How you doing,
So
Dave?
how's you dizzy then?
What?
Say that again.
I says, how's you dizzy?
Well, I'm still kicking.
Are you sure you're all right on that?
Yes.
Don't lean on it too far.
I'm not that big.
I'm gonna have some chat now.
Only saying.
He's gonna have a chat now.
Ooh, I got
Explicitly.
Listen, I haven't swore for like ages.
Don't put it-
You're doing well.
I'm doing well. So, are you excited about Christmas? You got everything sorted?
Yeah, we've got all
I didn't really
decorations
start
up.
yet. Christmas, I haven't even started it yet.
Yeah, we've got a few little bits. For Kinder.
I'm not
Oh,
that.
I've
Johnny,
actually
I'm not
got
that. I
a
haven't
Merry
started it.
Christmas light above me, but it interferes with camera when it's on.
Oh, does it
It's like
flicker?
right above me, so when I'm live streaming, I don't put it on. It made me look other night like I'd been tangoed.
Oh, did it?
I
What's
looked
wrong with
all
being
orange.
tangoed?
I think I'll have one more beer.
I don't think you
I don't blame you, Johnny.
shouldn't though.
What, you having another one?
Well, I think that tramadol's helping myself. So I feel great.
What you want for, Matt?
I ain't had a drink for about 5 months.
I forgot he had some tablets earlier. Now he's cracking open bottles.
What shall I get next?
He's got a bag full. Have a look
Look
at
at
it.
it.
Yeah.
Have you? I don't know what she must get with him.
No, the 2 months out of date, but I don't give a
Johnny,
shit.
is that your pocketbook?
Yeah.
We are long out of date.
Out of date, easy.
Are they out of date?
Yeah, 2 months.
Only 2 months.
Oh, that's fine.
So that's why his
Well,
mum's
is
giving him all 2 cases in car.
And a big bottle of Bailey's. I said, is that out of date?
That's the Christmas booze sorted, Johnny.
Yeah. Only now is a big bottle of Bacardi. So,
Listen, I'm coming
You
up
do
just to drink that
realise
with you.
that you might have a little bit of a problem in the morning.
I don't have to drive till 1 o'clock.
No, I'm not on about that problem.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
We're not drinking, we are spelling it out, Johnny.
having a shit, she's saying.
It's so much better than that. I'll pick that it down on you.
Yeah, Easy
That's
said
not
it.
swearing. That's not swearing, is it?
Easy said it very eloquently for me.
I said it politely. That's as polite as I get.
I'll have an ace.
Oh dear. The Christmas Eve brunch, that'll get shit.
Look at Johnny, he's like a Hulk.
He
I
is.
can't believe
I've
you're
been doing
61
them weights. I've started them weights 3 weeks after I started the diet, so I've been doing it a while now.
Yeah,
I put more weights on them ones that Ian give me.
it's about time.
About that. just
Gail,
put the party
39
down.
bottles of beer in the bag. I think they will be none in the morning. I don't think Johnny can drink that many.
I don't know. You can have a good swig, Johnny.
I've seen him pretty drunk. I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen him drink a whole bottle of Bacardi, near enough.
You know, they go.
And then he went live on his own and deleted it.
Yeah.
And I missed it.
We've been around. We've seen a lot of funny shit. Okay.
The worst I've been, I think, is on my birthday when I drank that whole
You should have seen me and Hazy trying to get Johnny started going live. I was about to fucking have an aneurysm.
Yeah, he did test on a patient.
You hadn't seen Pixie's and Keith's drunken live streams then. How were they trying to translate and
listen, we
brought
Johnny into
see
the
the
world
chat,
of YouTube.
so we're having to go close and reach out for them.
We nurtured Johnny like two parents just caressing him into YouTube, saying, "Come on, Johnny." You can do it."
Yeah, at the end of my first live, you said you don't have to worry about having notes to say. You want to shut up.
I was like, Hazy asked me, he's like, "Are you gonna go watch Johnny's live?" I was like, "Fuck no, I've had enough of Johnny already."
Listen, it took us about 3 months to fucking teach him how to go live and figure it all out.
Hey,
But it was,
you know,
I mean, it
this
was
is no
fun.
word of a lie. And Gail, who's run Random Live Productions, the very first time I went live, you see, Chris were going to a football match. So he'd set it all up for me, and he says, "You just press this and you just press that." I'd got him on our phone. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'd got Gail on another. It took me 2 hours to eventually get to go live.
I'm not having much more random. I will be random.
You were quicker than Johnny.
Johnny was like 2 weeks.
Oh, it was 3 months on it. It felt like 3 months.
And neither of them let me forget it, because, as I say, it took me 2 hours, and I kept saying, "What do you press? What do you do now?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Chris had gone through it all before he went out. He says, "I've set it all up for you. All you need to do is this." And I'd forgot as soon as he went out through the door.
I remember the first time I ever clicked on your live stream, it was you and Chris in front of the computer, and you were fucking. I was like, "What the fuck is this shit?" You're watching these. You're like, "Oh, right, easy days."
Minus the Welsh accent.
I thought I'd done your accent then. Wasn't that a Welsh accent? Oh, bloody hell, easy days.
Good Sheffield, not Bradford.
Hiya, Carla.
That's where you live, eh?
Oh,
bloody hell.
I've got the same.
I'm joking.
Same.
Yeah.
That's why. Because at one time,
everybody says I'm Yorkshire, but I'm not actually Yorkshire. I'm from Nottinghamshire.
Not to Yorkshire.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's where Robin Hood's from, isn't it?
Yeah. And Chris always says I'm adopted Yorkshire.
That'll do. We need to see some documents, but that'll
That
do.
must mean you're not as tight. You're not as tight as Chris.
No.
I don't know.
I bet he's a tight ass, and you're like, "Come on, we can afford it." No, we can't.
It's like
No, we can't. It's 50.
it's like Nottinghamshire's like as far away from here as what we are from Johnny, about 40 minutes.
Yeah, because you got the same.
Yeah, it takes
accent.
me about 37 minutes to get to Donna.
Yeah, and Chris says on a good day, and if he puts his foot down, he can do it in 30.
I did it in 27 minutes.
Oh, Johnny.
So our calf's usually from there, it's here, but when I go into shops and
7 minutes.
it's just.
Oh, I couldn't hear what you said then.
I know. All about people I was speaking.
What's that bringing you, Jeanette?
I don't know.
You hinted for anything?
I don't particularly want. I mean, there's a few bits taking wise that I want, but you know.
At least I'm honest.
I'm sure he can get you a bag of flour and some eggs.
Well,
I just said to Tracy they're not listening, and we went, "Well, I was talking to you." I said, "Oh, thanks, I won't listen."
You see, had Johnny had been here on Wednesday, I was showing everybody, and it's called a pastry. It's called a pastry tamper. and it looks like a wooden dildo. In other words,
No,
It's a rolling pin. It was a rolling pin.
Hazy would love that. He would
So
totally.
I was showing everybody what it were, because nobody had heard of it. And it's called a pastry tamper. And you know, like I normally, when you're making like jam tarts or mince pies or whatever,
Yeah.
you cut them out with a pastry cutter. Well, this, you just lob a ball of dough and you stamp it out with this, and it's called a tamper.
Yeah.
So it's a lot, cuts a lot of faff out.
I'll pretend I know what you're on about.
You just get a ball of it, and then it squeezes out what it don't need.
It's got like two different size, one on one end and one on other. That's what made me say
it's a double-ended dildo.
Yeah, it looks like a wooden dildo. It's just different sizes on each end.
I think you should make Chris run and get it. Show us.
It's like
I think you should make Chris run and get it to show us.
Oh, he's using mind control again.
Well,
Shut up, Johnny, I'll make you grow your hair.
Hang on 2 seconds, I'll get you a picture.
It's a bit cold to have it like this.
I'll get a picture of it for you, but I've got to turn my brightness down first.
That was it.
Just tell Chris to run and get it. Go on, you lazy sod.
Come on, Chris.
It's only in the kitchen. Or is it in the bedroom?
I ain't got one. I've just said that's one of the things that I want.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Right. Listen, Chris, you paying attention now?
He knows. He's seen it.
It
I've sort of, and they're pretty cheap on Amazon. So right, that's it. Look,
Mask and the thing that sprays webs.
Holy shit! What the hell is that?
He would definitely touch
that's what it is.
He would
And
touch
it's got
that
like
all day long.
That's a
Two different
listen,
sizes,
listen, I'm
look.
not being funny tonight, but that's a funny looking dildo.
What is it?
It's one of
Is
the
it?
things that I want.
You get the point, you get the other end.
Which end do you hold on to? Which end do you hold on to, Jeanette?
But anyway, that's one of the things that.
Listen to Jeanette. You can't swear, but you can show dildos. Gotta watch out for splinters.
It's not, but anyway, and that's the other thing. Look, it's like a pastry mat, and it's got all measurements, like so you can. And you know, like when you're rolling pastry out, you ain't got to do it up worktop, and you just put flour on there, and
Yeah.
She could. No, I'm not just putting it out here.
On that one.
hang on a minute, Callum.
I wish the presents I buy people made them make me cakes. That sounds like a brilliant present to buy somebody. Oh, I bought you this. What are you going to do with it? I'm going to make you a cake. Yeah.
What DJ Ian's put, it says Carla UK Museum Manhunt is as he stakes 5k sex doll. Turns out it's Chris. It's all right. It's news headlines, and it says a man stole a 5k sex doll after an adult toy shop, and he keeps saying it's Chris.
That's a lot of money for a sex doll.
I know, that's what we said. Johnny says you may as well go out and get a wife. Imagine, at least there's one thing. If it's a rubber sex doll, it don't talk back to you.
That's
You're right.
Never says no.
I'll have two.
For $5,000, it better say yes to everything and blow itself up.
Do they cook and clean? That's the problem.
$5,000, it better wash car and put washing out.
Right, Jeanette, listen, it was only a flyby. I'm going to jump off and leave you and Johnny to it.
Okie dokie.
It's been a pleasure to be on your panel. I think it's the first time
Yeah,
you're on the
thanks
panel.
very much for coming in.
You're welcome.
See you later, Daisy. Bye.
Bye.
Bye,
Listen, you be
Tracy.
good. Me too. We're jumping on there.
We'll see you all
Bye.
later.
Thank you
Peace
for
out.
coming in.
Bye.
And then we're back down to 2.
What a surprise for you, Janet.
Yeah, so as I say,
I've had enough to drink now, I think.
that's the first time I've actually had Easy on my panel. I mean, I've been on his, but you know,
Yeah.
I've used Easy as well.
There, we're both there now. My little paw baby. We'll get you sorted, love.
I'm laughing at Chris. He's put, Bella, have you got any room in the shed for a 5-foot sex doll?
You're 5'3".
Listen.
They've told it they've half the dose of what I take because she said she's only little.
Yeah, she said, didn't she take him for about a week? But if you feel a little bit,
She says take 2 a day of the gabapentin, but if she feels a bit, then put it up to 3. But if she feels funny on the 3, go back to the 2. But I can pop them like Smarties, mate.
Well, they've given me. I have the 300 ones. You see,
The neurosuppressants. That's why you're not. Whoa, love.
when they first put me on my gabapentin, I were only on the 100 one. But then I've had a lot of
300.
I've had a lot of problems with with my muscles in my back and my neck and everything. Like very inflamed muscles. So they up the dose, you see. So I'm on 300 micrograms. I am.
Yeah, I'm on 300 now.
Well, they told me to try that.
They put Tracy on 300 now.
I tried yours, didn't I? She asked me how.
What it was is the nerves in my back that caused all the really bad paralysis in my legs. I still get aches and pains when I walk too much. But the paralysis in my legs, I think I've actually killed that nerve that used to cause all the bad pain. Because they gave me a wheelchair. And told me to use it, but I refused. And they said I was shortening the life of my legs by not using a wheelchair. I think they got out of it, didn't they?
But you see, the thing is,
You like to go and have a sit without it, don't you?
I can walk now without the stick. I've me aches and I've got a limp, but it's a hell of a lot better than I was.
so as I say, Chris and I'll have a lot of hand muscle problems. But yeah, I get a lot. It feels like my muscles is burning, and I've had it in my like rib area, on my shoulders, everywhere. And doctor says it's my muscles keep inflaming, if you know what I mean.
That's why I take that rubbing that Voltarol stuff a lot, because if my back goes funny, it all swells up. Oh, right, I'm back. And that's because the cat fixed mine.
I ain't got no.
So
I've ordered a stuff, Jeanette, a JoJo stuff.
Yeah.
It's a massive wall tapestry.
I bet that's nice.
And I've ordered a bedding as well. It says, what is it? I believe in bows or something.
JoJo. Oh.
Bows are my superpower.
Hey, Chris has got a t-shirt on. Just come here.
What's it say?
What? Yeah. Now you mentioned superpower. Yeah, look. I'll show you. Look, can you see it?
I make beer disappear. That's my superpower.
Says I make beer disappear. What's your superpower?
Well, I'm not being funny, Chris, but you're not hiding it well.
Are you wakey? £1 million worth, nearly as minted as a poker.
Notice you got a veranda over the toy shop there, Chris. Right, I'm gonna come off in a minute, so Tracy can.
Okay.
But thanks for having me on, though. It's been great.
Yeah,
lovely.
you're welcome. You're welcome.
And I've been up since 7 as well. So. And I think I've done too much.
You're going to crash and burn.
I've got one word for you. Twang. I'll see you later, Jeanette.
Yeah, see you later. See you, Tracy.
I'll talk to you in chat.
She'll pop in the chat.
Okey-dokey
She'll pop
then.
in the chat with you.
Right,
See you
love.
later.
Bye.
Bye. Oh dear.
Mike is in.
Yeah, I know I've said it. I wakey.
How did you?
Yeah. So are we sitting on Callum's glasses? So I've just got to move it a minute. I've just got to get my tablets. So you might see top of my t-shirt. Well, this has been fun. Well, so long as they're not dropping out all over the place. I might get a few more viewers in. Oh dear. See, I am good for some things. He says, good idea. I forgot to take my tablets too. But you see, I always like to take them this time at night, and then by the time it's time to go to bed, I'm sort of comatose off. So yeah, I normally take them about this time, and then when I go to bed, I take a tramadol as well. Know me. Know me.
Not till 40.
Yeah. Not what Pixie says, love. I don't know. He's talking in riddles again.
Is he?
Yeah.
That's because he needs to take
About
his tablets.
about being comatose.
Oh.
Oh, I don't know. It's like we're second guessing again. So you've just missed AC Days and you Dizzy on the panel. Johnny's just gone as well, so I'm back on me Jaxie again. Well, you see, this is the thing, Ian. Talking of which, in the past week, I have lost 8 subscribers. I've gained 2 more back today, so but they'll probably be gone again in the morning. So you know, hey ho. But yeah. So we're getting up very early in the morning to go and visit some people.
Yes.
Hey,
Dodgy dudes.
wait, I reckon Wake is nicked them mate that I've lost, and I reckon he's nicked them off me.
Right, he gained some.
Yeah, he's gained 7.
Yeah, I've lost 6.
Let's see how long that lasts. But it's like for months now, mine's been yo-yoing, going up, going down, going up, going down. But this is the lowest it's gone down to in months. So it's just a case of just plodding along, I suppose. So yeah, you do what you have to do, don't you? So
We've still got easy on yours.
I know it's way behind. That is.
You need to refresh, Gal.
Oh dear. So yeah, we're going up relatively early in the morning, and we're going to Warrington, and then we're going on to somewhere else.
Possibly, you don't know how to decide it yet. So it depends if I remember to put enough petrol in.
Oh well. Yeah, that's mine. That's up and down like Chris on a Friday night, doll. Well, you see, this is exactly what I said to Chris this morning, Bella. I says, do you know something? I've sort of got to a point now where it don't bother me anymore. It's Bella says just go with it and don't look at the numbers anymore. But yeah, I mean, it's a case of
It's the view count, not what.
all this up and down drives me nuts. Do you think that's why I kill? Well, this is froze all together now. So yeah, same as I say, it's been like a roller coaster, up and down, up and down, up and down. Until it's got to a point now where I can't be doing with keep looking at. Bother you when we ain't being paid our retirement fund. But yeah, same as I say, I mean, it's not as though it's like I've said, unless you hit it hard and you've got hundreds of thousands of subscribers, you're never going to make a living out on it. That's sort of my take on it. Unless you sort of, take off like, you're never gonna make a deal unless you sort of go at it really hard and and you're determined to make a living out of it. And the same as I said, at the end of the day, I should have reached my threshold on the 11th of December. Is like when the next time they refresh it.
January.
Hey?
I'll probably get mine in January.
So same as I says to Chris, I says, yeah, got to be making 1 million views a week to make a living. Wakey's got a copyright notice now.
Oh dear.
Hiya, Chaotic, how are you?
Chaotic lad.
It says cakes and pies and cakes and pies. But yeah, it's same as I've said, if I get the £60 in December, I'm just going to plough it back and get stuff for my channel, like my bakery stuff. Yeah, I'm not going to spend like 60 quid on, bakery stuff, but what I'll do is I'll just, sorry, can't see some camera, it's gone all AY now. I should just get a few bits and bobs that I need. At the end of the day, when you're all said and done, 60 quid is just like spending money, really, isn't it? If you know what I mean. For a video I made 11 months ago. But you see, the thing is, as well, Keith had, when Keith used to do the drone review show, he got 2 copyright notices within sort of a relatively short space of time from videos that he reviewed 3 years ago. So, you know what I mean? It's took him long enough to put this copyright claim in, and he says it's basically from the drone reviews that he did 3 years ago. So, why has it took him so long to issue them copyright notices? You see, that's my question. Why they're going back? I mean, let me say, for instance, I did a baking vlog not so long back, and I think it were chocolate raspberry brownies or something. And even this is the thing, even before I'd published it, I had an email come through saying that the music that I'd used for it is copyrighted. But that was before it had even been published. So, answer me that question. How can they copyright? Well, it weren't copyright as such. It was just like, just so you're aware that the music that you've used is copyrighted. So, I mean, I ain't got a strike or anything, but I hadn't even published it. And I got the email, Chaotic says I get copyrights on my own music. Like, how does that work out? If it's your own music that you've produced, how can anybody else put a copyright claim in? I'd shut the door if I were you. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, if it's something, if it's your own music and you've produced that, how can anybody put a copyright claim in against it? That is the question. You'd think you'd be safe with producing your own music. You know what I mean? But that is mad. That is mad. And shall I tell you what I think it is? Because YouTube, because I forget what I were looking at. I were looking at something on YouTube, and it says, "Oh, did you know that we now have a music library?" And I reckon it's because they're trying to make you use their music. And I'll not change my opinion on that. I reckon they're sort of bullying people into saying, well, if we do them a copyright strike or this, that, and other, they've got to use our music. Someone claimed I stole music and added it 3 days later. I showed proof of that. Well, you see, this is it. It's crazy. You know what I mean? It's yourself, you wrote and produced that music. So how the hell can anybody else put a copyright claim on music that you've produced yourself? And I reckon it's like they're wanting you to use their music. Same as I say, I'm just a mere mortal and I don't really understand it. But it's like, well, if you use our music, you're not get copyrighted or anything because we gave you permission to use our music. You know what I mean? Yeah, and this is what I'm saying. It's just another form of bullying. Saying, well, use our music. It's you not get these copyright strikes, or you not get this, or you not get that. You're safe if you're using our music. But you shouldn't have to. You should be free to use whatever music you want. So it's a case of they think they've got you by short and curlies, in other words. But a lot of people, it's like you've got to stand in line and you've got to do as you're told and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? Otherwise, we'll come down on you like a ton of bricks, etc., etc. And such as Chaotic World that stand up to them and say, well, no, you're not going to bully me. They come down even harder on you. You know what I mean? It is a form of bullying. It's a bullying tactic. you know what I mean? It's you know, and there's been such a ooh-ah about this copper thing, and you know, about it being suitable for children. You've got people worrying about, you know, how am I going to get my channel deleted? Should I delete my own channel before they delete it? Blah blah blah. You know what I mean? They've got people in a right quandary as to, am I safe or am I not? So, you know, it's I've just said my live streams is not aimed at children. My baking videos is not aimed at children. But I have noticed as well that people are covering the backs by putting a disclaimer on before the video or whatever starts. This video is not suitable for under 16s or blah blah blah. They're actually having to make a disclaimer before they start the videos now. So, you know, it's to me, I mean, it's wrong. It's wrong. You know, people are having to hang on a minute. So yeah, you know, I'm sorry, I was just replying to a message. So yeah, you know, I mean, they think they've got everybody by short and curlies, but to cover themselves, people are, some as I say, they making the videos or doing like an intro and whatever, saying it's not suitable for kids. You know what I mean? Say, oh, before you go anywhere. No, just read them. So, well, just put brightness up then. It's all right. I'm just showing Chris the messages that. Hey, oh, what's he doing? You see, we're licking that light.
You were looking out for your daughter.
Settings, and then it says display.
I don't know how to do it on yours.
Brightness. There you go. So we've gone from about 9 watching down to about 4. Everybody's jumping ship. So yeah.
You're still here.
Hey, it's
Just a little.
yeah. See, I told you. I did tell him to shut the door, Wakey. He was in the downstairs toilet, and I mean, same as I says to him, if I can hear it, everybody can hear it. Oh, Ian's still here as well. See, I told you. It was a little loud.
Well, I feel better after that.
It weren't me. We know who it were. But yeah, I mean, I was laughing about it because I says to him, I says, shut toilet door, because the same as I says, if I can hear it, everybody can hear it. Because it's an external camera with a microphone on it, so obviously it was letting off some steamy, and that's what I'm saying. Oh dear me. Yeah, it was letting a bit of steam off. dear. But so now we've had Pixie trumping live on YouTube.
You've not made it until you've heard Pixie. Now you've all made young Joe.
You don't get me doing out like that. Next time, rig up a mic in the cans and we can all experience it.
I don't want to know that, mate.
Well, put it this way. We live in a row with 5 houses. I bet when he lets one drop down toilet, all toilet lids is flapping like one in row.
The mother can hear it in Barnsley.
Yeah. And I always say to him, God, I can hear that in here, and he'll say, well, at least I'm doing it in right place. See if it gets a copyright strike. Oh dear. But yeah, I mean, all these copyrights, Chaotic were just saying the music that he produced and wrote, they've given him a copyright strike, and it's his own music.
What else did he?
So it's getting a bit ridiculous. So that's the distant thunder. Yeah, probably.
Check that it's not raining.
And like when you go to the toilet and you lift the toilet lid up, and all of a sudden it bubbles up. That's him as well.
Just a little bit.
But
oh, don't pull it to sucker. Stop pushing.
So yeah, Rix, did he fart? He's put, did he fart or shit himself?
Oh!
I think it was just a loud fart.
It was like really.
Oh dear. But yeah, is the king. that would be a short. Is the king of loud farts, let's just say. When I do it, I just do a little one.
Don't you lie.
Yeah, I'm not lying.
I are.
No, I'm not.
Getting out of bed and it just happened to sneak out.
It does. Yeah, and who did exactly the same other day?
Wasn't me.
Yeah. That's the copyright, because that's Wakey's saying. So yes, he gets out of bed other day, farted, and I went, "Nah, you don't believe me when I get out and it just snuck out." So he turns around and he says, "Well, it did just sneak out." I said, "See, you don't believe me when I tell you."
Oh, you just hold it in.
So it's all right for him to one just to creep out, but it's not all right for me to do one that just creeps out.
No.
Oh dear. So there you go. the story of the fart.
No, got to get onto some straight
I
something.
know,
As soon as
I
Wakey comes along, that's what it is.
I know. And then there's me showing me
Fatty bits.
no, my tamper, and they think it's a dildo. But hey ho.
Hey, oh, that's nice.
Yeah. You put eating on?
No.
I would have said it's just kicked in. It says it's a sign of true love when you fart in bed and pull the covers up over both your heads. No, because I'd never wake up.
That's right.
I'd get carbon monoxide poisoning. Yeah, I'd be, even though like I wear the CPAP mask, I still, something's bleeping. Yeah. But hey ho. But no, I won't trust putting my head under covers when he farts. Yeah, that eating is on, but I think it's just kicked in again. So it's all right. We control our eating on thermostat. So when we want it on, we just like turn thermostat up a bit, and then when we just turn it off. So we control our eating by thermostat. So and I think we had it earlier on, and I think it's sort of just kicked in again. So obviously temperature must have dropped. Let's have a look what temperature we are. It says quite mild. It says 10 degrees. So I'll just refresh that, see what actual temperature is. It says, oh, it's 9, but it says it feels like 7. Tape an igniter to his arse, and if he farts, we'll all be blown to kingdom come. Told you it were. It says it's 9 degrees here, Ian. So
weather.
I mean, earlier on it's been in like double figures. So I mean that is quite mild for this time of year. So yeah, I mean, but it did say on the weather forecast that the temperature was going to improve. So I said to Chris, is this the calm before the storm? Does that mean we're going to get the snow? So I
6 foot snow drift.
I need that ashtray. Oh. So yeah. It says it's 38 degrees here. I sat next to Eater. But you see, it's been quite mild. I mean, we had it on a bit earlier on, but we hadn't had it on all day. And like when it gets like to evening time, it does get a little bit cold. So that's probably why we've had it on. And obviously once 4 foot of snow by Sunday, I hope not. Wakey. Saturday the 14th, winter showers. Oh dear. Good job I'm going to the doctor's on Friday then, innit? I'll probably not get out otherwise. But I says to Chris, I mean, weren't it wind? It dead windy here yesterday evening, and we kept hearing these noises. And Chris kept saying, "Is that wind? Is that wind?" And I kept saying, "Yeah." Because you see, right outside where we live, there's a tree, and it blows somewhat chronic when it's windy. So you can always tell when it's windy because this tree's blowing, blowing a gale. Hey, we've got Gordo in. So yeah, it's a bit funny, isn't it? Though that they say that the temperature always gets warmer just before we're going to have some snow. So I mean, I don't know how true it is, but it's soon, the temperature's soon picked up. I mean, going from sort of like 3 and -1 and this, that, and other to 10, 12, it's a big jump. Chris and Dole loves the white stuff. We ain't got a chimney out like that, but you see our roofs is flat. We ain't got like your normal, that shape roof. We've got a flat roof. And when it's raining, it sounds like it's, we're in a thunder, a torrential downpour because it's a flat roof. Even though it's got like drainage on it, it bounces, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I mean, why they made them flat roofs, I don't know, been 0 and 1 in this ideal. Yeah, you see, same as I said, it's you know, I don't know whether it's true or not, but they say it always gets warmer before we have snow. So I don't know. And I did say to Chris the other night, is this the calm before the storm? Does that mean we're going to get some snow? But I got up with Callum yesterday morning, and this sky had got like that orange glow to it again. Just on my third G&T. That's key. So yeah. Yeah. Well, that's probably it. I mean, no company that we rent off. But yeah, all houses here, apart from new ones that's sort of around outside, all these houses have all got flat roofs. And you know when it's frosty, it looks like it's been snowing because all the roofs is all like white over. Keith says I'll have to pack this drinking lot. So yeah, I mean, Chris keeps saying that, Keith, but it's like I say, it'll never happen. Why have you fallen over? I don't think we'll be doing. We're not staying. We're sort of just going for day, Keith. So, I mean, he'll probably have some beer when he gets back. But obviously, for obvious reasons, because we're sort of driving there and he's got to drive back in the same day, he'll not be having a drink until he gets back. Oh, wish I could afford to drink, yeah. And that's why Chris only has drink on certain days. And that's only like, you know, Tesco's finest.
Asda's finest.
Wish I could afford to fall over. So yeah. And I mean, if anybody knows, I mean, I don't drink from what I mean. Last time I had a drink, actually, when I went over to Keys, and then sort of I had to share it. So you know, it's not saying drinking in arse. I mean, this is the way I look at it. Not saying drinking in arse is what it is when you go out for a drink, and we can't afford to go out. You know, we can't afford to go out drinking, so I just don't bother. I may do at Christmas, you know what I mean? But you know, that's about it. That's a good excuse for a live stream tomorrow night, Chris. Would you come on if I did one?
If I had enough beer. I'm not too knackered.
I mean, I'll come on as well, Keith. If you know. So if you want to go live, I'll come on.
Drunken live stream.
Well, you see, Chris is up to neck in a cold, so it's a good excuse for him to come buy some whiskey.
Yeah. What have I done with that?
Oh, Saturday only for me, a dozen cans. Oh, Gordon Bennett.
Started at 7 p.m. Started at 7, it's pissed at 5 past.
I'm going to say, Chris is anybody's after 3 cans.
Yeah.
Once went to the bar in the Jockey in Wakefield, got 2 pints, turned round and went flying over at table. Never spilt a drop. Well, it not be too late, Keith.
Oh, he is working, so
yeah. What time do you think we'll be home? About 9ish.
What time is set off?
Well, you see, it's only like an hour and a half. I mean, so same as I say, we're going to visit Bella first, and then we're taking Bella and Baz over to Ian's. So, and then I think we might go back to Bella's before we actually head off home. So, I mean, last time we visited, I think it was about 7 o'clock, weren't it, Ian, because we were waiting for Sophie to come home, but Sophie's at home anyway tomorrow. So, yeah, I should imagine we'll not be home any later than 10 o'clock. We should be home by 10. Easy, probably 9 o'clock. I don't know. I'll message you anyway. I'll message you when we get back, Keith, and let you know and say, well, is at work from 5:30ish? Oh, well, that's where I say, we'll probably from yours go back to Bella's and then go straight home from Bella's. You see, so if I say between 9 and 10, I'll message you anyway, Keith, when we're back home, because we don't like to get back too late. And if Chris is having a drink as well, so we'll probably be back for about 9ish, something like that. But I'll message you anyway and say, well, we're back home, and sort of take it from there. So, and I would watch out for them sheep. Yeah, one way there, he'll probably be stopping every 5 minutes, so I'll get some pictures, because his thing come for his lens today, his adapter thing. So he'll be stopping every 5 minutes and saying, "Oh, I'll just stop and get a picture of this, and I'll just stop and get a picture of this," and so yeah. Wakey going to Liverpool, not Wales. Hiya, real Joey B. How are you?
Hello, lad.
Comb your hair. Don't want to get an ugly one.
Yeah, there's ugly sheep.
Oh,
Any sheep to go?
but yeah, it's only about an hour and a half, I think, to Bella's, and then same as I say, we'll sort of have an hour or so with Bella, and then we'll take Bella and Baz over to Ian's, and leave Ian's, and then probably go back to. We've got to go back to Bella's to drop Bella and Baz off. We're not going to leave them stranded in Runcorn, are we? So yeah, from Ian's we'll go back to Bella's, and same as I say, if we set off about 7 o'clock, I mean, we'll probably be back for 8:30, 9 o'clock time. Don't get many sheep on there. But yeah, so we're setting off relatively early. We're going up at about 7. We're hoping to set off we say this every time, don't we? We're hoping to set off about 9 o'clock. So we'll be at Bella and Baz's probably, I don't know, about 10:30, something like that. So yeah, we sort of done a schedule, but yeah, we're going up at 7, hopefully setting off for about 9 o'clock. So we'll be at Baz and Bella's probably about 10:30, I don't know, or just after. But no, we're hoping to have his breakfast and everything before we set off anyway, Keith. So but the thing is, same as I say, I made some pancakes this morning, right? Chris, with him having this cold, he says, "Don't do me any, I'm not bothered." I did Callum too. He only didn't quite eat one. So I got some batter left. So I says to Chris, I says, "Tell you what, I've got some empty jam jars." So I got some empty jam jars. So I said to Chris, "I'm going to put this batter in a jam jar, put it in fridge." I says, "And then what kind of pancakes?" Well, I have got frozen raspberries and blueberries, but Callum's a bit of a picky eater. So he didn't want any raspberries or blueberries. So I just made, well, I didn't, how can I put it? I didn't make plain ones, but I did make plain ones, if you know what I mean. I added a teaspoon of mixed spice, you know, like cinnamon and nutmeg and everything. So they didn't have any fruit or anything in them, but I put, you know, I just put a teaspoon of mixed spice in it because I made some, not yesterday, day before, and I did exactly the same thing. And Chris says they were, you know, he loved them. So I did them again today. But they didn't have anything in them, if you know what I mean, apart from a teaspoon of mixed spice. But yeah, but we have like golden syrup on them and things like that, you know what I mean. But you see, same as I've said, I mean, I don't go to anybody's house expecting anything, you know what I mean? It's like I've gone to see the person, not, you know, I don't expect to get fed or this, that, and the other, you know what I mean? It's even though I always take a cake or whatever, that's my show of appreciation for having us there, if you know what I mean. So yeah.
I had to put that one in.
But yeah, it's you know, and same as I mean, I wanted to go see Bella before Christmas because she's going to her daughter's like just before Christmas. We hadn't sort of seen them in person for a long while, so I says I wanted to go before Christmas. So yeah, so we're gonna, you know, and Ian and Bella hadn't actually met up in person. So I said, well, I tell you what, we'll go to Bella's. We'll have a. Do you use a pan? I use like a small frying pan. You know, I ain't actually got a griddle, but I use like a small frying pan. Yorkshire fish cakes for Bella. Oh
Well, the
dear.
thing is, I don't think they're open it
First thing in morning. So yeah, what I sort of do was I put my pan on, let the pan warm up before with nothing in it, and then I drizzle a little bit of you know, I'll have one when I get back. Oh, right. Well, they don't, because they close at 8 o'clock. We might not be back for 8 o'clock.
Well, looks like we're leaving about 3 o'clock then.
So yeah.
Hello, Ian. Hello, Sophie. Here's a cake. Bye. We're going to get us fish cake.
So the you know you know the thing is you have to warm your pan up, then you like drizzle a little bit of oil, and you know that's paramount. And another secret I'll let you in on, I put a teaspoon of baking powder and I put a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, and that's what makes the pancakes fluffy in the middle. So that's another secret I've let you in on. So, you know, like ordinary pancakes where they're just flat, you know, on pancake day, I make the ones that are fluffy in the middle, and that is because of the baking powder and the bicarbonate soda. So there you go. So if you're making pancakes and you want them sort of American style, teaspoon of bicarb and a teaspoon of baking powder. So there you go. But I mean, I do like, you know, like in mine chocolate drops, any fruit whatsoever, you know what I mean? But okay then, Keith, see you later. I'll message you when we get back, say that we're back, and we'll take it from there. So I'll not be on much longer myself. I'm gonna leave it till 11 o'clock, and then you know, I'm gonna call it tonight. Then, as I say, we're setting off about 9 o'clock and getting up at 7, so that gives Callum and, you know, time to have a bath, have his breakfast and everything.
2 hours to get a bath.
Yeah.
Get his breakfast.
Yeah. So yes, so same as I say, you'll not be going on, you know, a lot longer than that. All right, my knees hurting me now. I'm just stretching my legs out. So yeah, but I'll shut it down about 11 o'clock. I've got about 4 minutes. So yeah, I'll give a tinkle or a message when we get back, Keith. So yeah. So there you go. I don't think there's anything else. No, there's nothing really happening round here. Chris was going to go out with the camera to take pictures of the city at night, but it was raining, so we didn't bother. So yes, so we didn't bother because it were absolutely wanging it down, and then it slowed down a bit, and it was still drizzling a bit though. So it says, I'm not going to bother. I'll wait till it's like a clear, bright night and everything. And
No, mate.
no, what you see is a bit hesitant to take the drone out because, you know, with this new law that's come out, you've got to you've got to take the test and everything. Chris hadn't done it, so if he were to fly the drone, he'd be flying it illegally. So hence the reason why he hasn't been out with a drone recently. It's just getting round to do this test, you know, when the new rules test is easy. Well, you see, it's just sort of, you know, getting round to doing it, having the money to. I know it's only £9.50. Like, oh, Wakey says neither has he.
No.
So that's hence the reason why. Same as Chris says. Well, knowing my luck, I'd go out with a drone. Somebody had shot me, and I'd you know,
£2 fine coming up.
yeah, £2 fine, which can't afford. So you know, so we'd end up probably selling drone to pay this. Well, you won't get £2 for it, but you know, he'd have to sell the drone to pay for it fine. So
Probably get £2.50 for it now.
Same as Chris says, knowing my luck, I'd take the drone out, go up, and then get caught with it. So you know, he says it's not worth risking a £2 fine to you know, yeah, for how many minutes flight. So you know, that's the thing at the moment. Until he's took this test, it ain't risk it. Common sense, to be fair, the test, but we know Chris ain't got that. But you see, it I mean, a lot of people have said it's easy, and they're getting 19 or 18 plus, you know, and it's basically, you know, time factor and money as well. So he'll get round to it. He'll get round to it in the next few weeks.
Eventually.
Yeah. It's the first step is taxing all RC. You see, you think when all's said and done, there must be thousands and thousands of drone enthusiasts in the UK alone. I mean, I know it's different real rules in America, but you think for every person has got to pay £9.50, and is that a one-off or is it every year?
Every year.
Yeah,
You know it's going to go up next.
yeah, and the same as I said to Chris, it's £9.50 this year. They're going to see what response they're getting and how many's taking it and etc. And then next year it's probably going to be 15 quid or something like that. They're going to keep pouring it up until folks will say, well, I'm not paying that every year. So, you know, it's people that have got drones are just doing it as an hobby. Yeah, it's an expensive hobby, but they're penalising people for that hobby. I'm losing my voice now.
Yeah, baby.
So yeah, you know, it's like everything else. Yeah, and that's exactly what I said to Chris. I says, what they're using that money for, where's it going, and what they're using it for. You see, this is the question. Pixie Foundation. So yeah, that'd be the question that I'd be asking. You know, let's say, I don't know, off top of my head, 100,000 people in the UK have drones. You know, I know it's not a realistic figure, but it's just sort of speaking metaphorically. You know, there's 100,000 people got drones, and every single one of them take that test. That's £9.50 per person. Where's that money going to? Is it going back into government? Is it paying for these MPs' golden handshakes? I don't know. Exactly. You know what I mean? But it's like you're between devil and deep blue sea. You know, if you don't take that test, then you can't legally fly your drone. So yeah, it's either, you know, but at the end of the day, a drone's an expensive hobby, and it's too expensive of a hobby for it to be sat in cupboard or whatever, or in its case, gathering dust. So it's, you know, it's like between devil and deep blue sea. Do you take this test and know that you're legal flying, or do you fly illegal?
It's not a deal. Oh, no.
Nell, dog.
We got 3 cats.
So on that note, guys, I'm going to shut the live stream down. I may go live tomorrow afternoon sometime. It'll not be a very long live stream if I do go live, but I'm sure Chris will take lots of pictures. So yeah, so you know, it'll be it'll be like an impromptu live stream if I do go live. I'm not sort of saying I'm definitely going live because I don't know. It all depends on the time factor. So just watch out, you know, keep looking on YouTube, see if I'm live. So I'll bid you all good night. Thank you everybody for coming in. Thank you, Johnny, AZ, and you, Dizzy, for coming on the panel. And I'll see you all, if not tomorrow, on Monday. Bye.